Hello, everybody. It's Kate Plays, and welcome back to Cactus Creek. We are back with another video and a wonderful guest. Welcome, the wonderful Sparrow.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so we're going to jump right in today and get started off where we finished off last time. And as we begin this tour, don't forget to keep your eye out for the butterflies for our scavenger hunt because we've got a few more hidden around. And we're going to start off with some staff areas that Sparrow contributed. So I'm going to hand over the beginning of this tour to Sparrow.
Sounds good. So over to our right, we just have this little compound. It's themed after the same style as the exhibits at the front, and it's just a very small staff room and some facilities. So that's just there to make sure that our staff have a place to rest. They're not walking over that really long bridge to get back to the front area. But the main staff area today is actually kind of not stolen, but definitely inspired by the Virginia Zoo Animal Wellness Campus.
Oh,
So we have these like plaster bricks on the front, and then we have this animal enrichment playground right in front of us.
this is beautiful work. When I saw this, I was like, this is awesome.
Aw, thank you so much. Honestly, spent a lot of time on it. So, but yeah, we just have a chance for kids to play around with some of the things that animals would play around with in their enclosures. Not that kids are animals, but as a teacher, kind of depends on the
Maybe.
day. Yeah, so as we make our way into the building, we have our Cactus Creek Animal Wellness Center, and each facility kind of has this explanation next to it for our guests of what happens inside of this facility, so that our keepers and caretakers and such can take good care of the animals.
Yeah, those signs are really cool and super educational. We're going to see a few of them. And I think it's really cool how they go with the theming of like our butterfly signs and everything's so cohesive.
Yeah, we're all about education here. So this is just a little staff area. We have our bulletin boards, lockers, tools, and then out the back here we have a storage area slash vehicles to so that we can access the zoo a little bit more. We have a bunch of rain barrels. The entire building is actually circulated by gutters, and then those gutters collect rainwater into the barrels so they can be switched out as needed. We have a few vehicles out back, and then some garbage bins. We have an animal door to the quarantine. Yeah, that's basically it. Lots of decals on the floor to, spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, looks really used back here, which is nice. Those
Yeah.
security cameras always add the nicest touch. I love those.
Yeah, I find in Planet Zoo you have to add a lot of clutter for it to actually be noticeable.
True, very true.
Yeah. So as we make our way through here, we have more signs. So we have our quarantine, and then we do have an educational space at the back. So in the center, we just have some general educational signs. I tried to keep it really industrial themed, which is why we have those lamps up there. We have a bench on the side. And then right in front of us, we have a hopscotch, and that just shows us the journey that animals take when they come to Cactus Creek. So we have research, then they go to quarantine, then they go to vet surgery if need be, and then the keeper hut symbol because want to make sure we take good care of our animals here at Cactus Creek.
This hopscotch is so cool. I would love to see that as a kid in a zoo, and I would have so much fun in this area as a kid in the zoo.
And then speaking of keeper huts, here is a little kitchen for our children to play with. So what would you feed me if I was a fennec fox, an armadillo, a dromedary camel? So I did actually look up the size of children's play kitchens in order to size this.
The
So
things we
hopefully it's
do.
up to scale.
That's awesome. And I'm just picturing all the kids like messing with the plastic food and like pretending that they're going to
hmm
feed all the animals. That's so awesome.
That very IKEA fuel.
Yes.
And then over here we have a kangaroo jump station. So I actually took inspiration from a science center I went to recently. They had this station, I guess you could call it, with a mat on the floor, and then it measured your height on this tube, and then it measured how high you could jump from there. So that's kind of what that orange marker is for. how high the last person jumped at this station, which kangaroos can jump up to 10 feet apparently. So
Wow.
6 feet is actually not that high.
Yeah, I don't have hops, so wasn't me that jumped to 6 feet, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and then down here we have our keeper hut and our research center. I always love when zoos give you access to these kinds of backstage things. You can just
Yes.
look into them.
I don't know, I'll never understand that mechanic in Planet Zoo, quite honestly.
Mhm.
Love
It's a good
Sandbox
thing
and
we're
being
in
able to turn it off.
Sandbox.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that was beautiful. I really, when I first saw that when I walked through the save file, I was like, that is so awesome. Exactly what we're going for here at Cactus Creek to really educate our guests and show them what we do.
Oh,
So
thanks
great
so much.
job. So we're going to peruse on over or hop on over, I guess, to the Wallaby and Red Kangaroo Hop About, which is my contribution to this build. So here we are at the guest walkthrough gate. I never use this gate. I don't really usually like it, but it worked out well for what I thought we were going for here. So I threw it in.
It does work really well, and honestly, that sign, "Please stay on the path," beautiful.
So many custom signs by the time this zoo is over. But yeah, we would want to make sure they stay on the path because obviously it's not like it's completely closed off. They could potentially walk over there, but we want to keep some areas for our wallaby and kangaroo to be away from, touching guests if they would like. So we want our guests to be on the path. We've got lots of enrichment in here as well. I've got, feeders, several balls, and stole the ZSH Plays sprinkler and
Very good choice.
put it right up on the path and spent way too long making a functional hose
When
to
I first came into the file, actually, I noticed that, and it goes all the way back to the Fennec Fox building. That is actually incredible.
it really does. Maybe you guys will see it on an aerial shot or when you come check out the zoo later. But I figured we would be conserving water like Sparrow did with our rain barrels. So we would need a way to turn that on and off and not just have it running all the time. So, oh, there goes one of our
Perfect
wallabies.
timing.
So here's the feeding station. They do like to hang out over here, as you may have seen on one of the sneak peeks I posted. But here's where our guests would come and grab some wallaby feed and kangaroo feed. It is included if you get the meet and greet package, or you can grab a cup of food for $5 and hang out over here with our wallabies. So just continue walking around. Tried to put lots of enrichment near the paths to keep them hanging out near the guests.
Mhm. Really good choice because that's what the guests are here for. They're here for the experience.
Yes. And they need some shade. So I figured that this looked like something we would do. Like we use the rock and some leftover wood to string up a little faded tarp, give them some shade, you know?
The water tower looks great here too.
Uh, this is actually a workshop blueprint that will be in the collection. Oh, what happened there? This will be on our collection. So yes, go check out that collection because this water tower is awesome. It worked so well with the roof and the panels that I have around the side here that I was like, I just have to throw that in there. Looks great. And goes with our water conservation theme.
And the fact that it's connected to the water pipe too is a really, really awesome detail.
Yeah, it's so great. I love it. And they're loving it too because it's nice and hot here. So and then the concept here for our hopper house is pretty much a rundown shed that was on the property that we decided to convert into a little house for our kangaroos and wallabies to take naps and be shut in if they need to for whatever reason, if there's inclement weather. So here's their little shed, their sleeping shed, the hopper house. Not too much on the kangaroo side, just lots of hay.
hmm
Lots of hay and shade. But if we come on over here to the keeper side, here's where they would prep additional food, write down anything they need to on the clipboards, and also store additional things from around the zoo and tools here so we can keep it nice and clean. So, not too crazy, not too done up, just some basic tables. But since it might possibly be seen out there, I do like that it added some decor in here to spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah, the sunflower and the bee are super cute.
So come on out here, and this is the staff path into the Hopper house. So guests would not take this way, but an awesome view to what is to come next for Cactus Creek.
Hopefully, not more than 6 weeks from now.
Yes, so hopefully not more than 6 weeks from now. But yeah, that's what we've got for today. We hope you have enjoyed joining us on the tour of our Cactus Creek updates. Thank you, Sparrow, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we will see you all next time.